the Frames Per Second podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Nick. I'm here with Kenneth Bienge.
Hola.
Spike Lou of the On Deck TV podcast and Another Week in the Books podcast. How you doing?
What up, though? I'm good. How about you?
Pretty good. And last but not least, Modest Media. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Don't even believe in the human race, but you're going to believe in some gorilla, bro.
Hey, I would not be a part of the 100 million stomp. The 100 million stomp. I would not be a part of it.
You've been living in Atlanta for so long, you don't know how strong the 8-town stump is, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm straight. I'm super straight. Y'all got it. More power to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all boys come out that.
Outside of that, you're now tuned into the Frames Per Second podcast, and in this episode, we are continuing on with our weekly recaps of the hit HBO Max original series, starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, titled "The Last of Us." Yeah, I know what you're laughing at, kid. We are in this recap. We are going to cover season 2, episode 3, called the Path, and yeah, I said Pedro Pascal, kid, but that nigga got stuffed out by some gorillas for real.
Bro, they got the nerve to keep him in the branding. Like, I don't even understand.
He coming back. He coming back.
He come back as a Force Ghost.
Right. Nah, he gonna be like, he gonna be in some like flashback scenes. Like they said, the majority of the rest of the episodes he gonna be in.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is our first episode. He wasn't in this one. At least
he
not.
wasn't in this one.
Yeah, he wasn't in this one. So we start off this episode with the aftermath of the Jackson Hole infected invasion. And we see Tommy washing off the blood. Well, he's playing second shift from somebody else, but he was washing off the blood from Joel's dead body in a room full of other fallen members / residents of Jackson Hole. I'll start with you, Rob. What were your thoughts on Tommy having to bury his own brother and what he told his brother's dead body to start off this episode?
No, man, it was a good continuation of what happened last episode, just kind of getting the emotion from him. I thought this was a good way to see how he felt about it, and just kind of seeing him basically as the mortician or whatever. I thought it was a good moment to bring some sort of light to the situation by him saying, say hey to his daughter for me and stuff like that. So, we tend to forget about that part, because forget that he actually had an actual daughter, because we've seen him and Ellie together for so long. I was like, damn, that's right, he did have an actual daughter on this first episode. So, so yeah, I thought it was a good moment, and it was shot really well. The cinematography in this episode was amazing. They did a lot of creative things to evoke emotion. So man, I thought it was good. I thought this was a good follow up to like a very impactful episode.
Oh, I should also say, what were your overall thoughts on this episode too?
I thought it was good, man. Well, I just said to my point, the last point I made. Yeah, man, I thought it was to follow something like that. I mean, that's it has to be good storytelling, good continuation, and I think they accomplished it here. Obviously, it's not a whole bunch of action or anything like that, but I like the fact that they gave us an opportunity to just kind of sit in this devastating thing, and I think they did that really, really well here. Coming off of that. Coming off that last episode. So, I did see a behind the scenes where they were like, what was different from the game, in the game, you got to continue just playing, right? It's like they had that moment and then boom, you just got to get right back to it. And they said that the beauty about this is like, you get a chance to actually kind of sit in the moment. And I thought that was true. It was like, man, yeah, you do get a chance to just kind of, because you're telling a story here on a show, you get a chance to just kind of let it breathe a little bit more. So I thought they did that very well.
Lou, what about you? What were your overall thoughts on this episode and how we started off?
This was a solid episode. Since so much happened last week, I wasn't expecting 2 back-to-back episodes to be like eventful, but this one was better than most of the setup shows episodes have been. I feel like what you mentioned, getting to sit with it, and also being introduced to a couple of new groups as to where they're going with that. I thought that they did a really good job in this as a setup episode. I don't know who the people is, Kim, but I'm anxious to see what they got going on. And the brother scene was good. Like I can imagine playing the game, like you said, but you're trying to finish the game, you're trying to beat the game. This ain't really an aspect that they've gotten to see as game players, I would assume, because it ain't too much like morning time. You try to get missions complete. So I thought they did a solid job with this episode.
What about you, Cam?
It was all right, but I forgive them. You know, it's only so much they can do. A lot happened last week. They had to kind of, you know, mourn the death of Joe, but I don't feel like they did much of that at all. You know, it was just like, all right, he dead. What we're gonna do next? You know, and yeah. But overall, yeah, you can't expect much to happen. I thought overall towards the end a little bit we'll get some action, but the only action that happened. We didn't even see it. So overall, it was fine. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, Lou, I like this episode. Well, I can't even say that. I thought this was a super high episode, only because when Lou, your first thoughts of this season was like, let's get to the shits. And I was like, no, this is the first episode. It's a setup, of course. But then this was another kind of setup. And I was kind of like, and then also it was very short. They be leaving like 20 minutes, Rod. This goddamn, what's going to come up next week?
Behind the scenes.
And behind the scenes. I ain't paying for my subscription to be 20 minutes of some shit I can find on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So when they be talking about, when you see, like, when you click on the episode, it says 57 minutes, Ken, that's some bullshit. Like, it's like 2 minutes served for the recap intro. Then you get like maybe 40 minutes of the episode, and then the last 15 is the other shit. So I'm like, all right, we didn't really get that much this episode. Granted, I do agree that there was a lot that happened last episode. You kind of have to take it down a notch, but it was super all right. I like where we're going, but I kind of want to see a little bit more. But we quickly, after seeing Tommy's scene, we go to the local hospital during that, I'm assuming it's that same night. And we see Ellie is still recovering from her injuries that she suffered from. She got her ass beat, trying to save Joel. And she just wakes up screaming, reliving that moment where she's seen him get killed. Ken, did you feel sorry for her for this instant kind of PTSD moment for witnessing Joel's death?
No, because I actually thought she had frostbite, and they had to cut off something of her foot. I thought she was looking at her foot or her finger or something was missing. So I didn't know what the hell was going on with her until I saw her talking to the therapist. So it was interesting seeing her reaction versus Tommy, because Tommy, he was sad, but he had like his brother ain't even been killed, bro. So I don't know what's going on with him. But
remember last season, y'all brought this up last episode and last season. Tommy didn't really want him to come to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We don't know what his relationship was like with his brother at that point when, granted, there's some time that passed from season 1, season 2, but it seemed like he was kind of I think he always felt like his brother was going to die somehow, some way, due to his own actions. So I think he was sad that he was gone, but it was kind of like, I was expecting this. Kind of like if you have a family member who's like, not say this is a good analogy, but like who's been on drugs and stuff like that, and then you find out they passed. It's kind of like, yeah, you're sad, but then you kind of also expect it,
I did play the game. I have started the game. I got to that scene there, right, Rod. You do just move on, and they just move like they moved on in this one. From Joe.
Damn, you got there quick.
2 hours, 21 minutes. It occurs pretty quickly in the game.
Damn.
And yeah, if I would have played it before the season started, going back to the conversation we had last week, I would have been more interested in seeing you guys' reaction versus feeling any kind of way about it, because you don't spend a lot of time with Joel in the game in the beginning, and same thing happening in the show as well. It's just we spent so much time with him last year that, and watching him and the connection to Pedro has, kind of made up a little bit of a difference. But yeah, as soon as that happens, you off to the next mission, Spike. Like you're on a trail, you pack up your book bag and you out of there, bro. So, it's no time to sit there and grieve. And it's a video game. Why the fuck are you grieving anyway?
Yeah, exactly. Rod, did you feel any empathy for Ellie during that scene, or was it just good acting in general?
Yeah, it was absolutely good acting from her, man. I felt like that. Like I said, I felt like her daddy for real, man. Like she really, like you say, I think you said it perfectly with the immediate post traumatic episode or whatnot. As far as Tommy, man, I felt it with him too. I think people grieve different. I mean, people do grieve different, right? So some people show a lot of emotion, some people don't. Some people have emotion right away. You know what I'm saying? And I think Ellie had it right away because she witnessed it firsthand, whereas Tommy didn't. He was just like, damn, my brother died. You know what I'm saying? And he died out there in the field. So I think his emotion was his grief was just a little different. It may hit him differently later. We may never see how it hits him later, but we all know that people grieve differently, and that's how I kind of looked at it. I just looked at it as him grieving differently.
Lou, did you think that somebody was ready to punch the shit out of her and knock her ass out when she started screaming like that? Like, come on, bro. Like, we got all these people.
Like everybody fucked up in here, and you ain't making all this noise. Yeah, I definitely caught that. And to Tommy, was he in the military or something? Didn't they say that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Both of them was.
That's what I was thinking about him grieving, as far as like he took it like a soldier would, like somebody down on the battlefield. That's why I feel like he processed the emotions about his brother. And she did a good job of acting too, like screaming like that with her foot, like reliving that. That was, both of them were on totally different spectrums of it, but both of them did really good jobs in portraying their grief for losing Joel. So I thought both did very well.
We then do a time jump 3 months later and see the residents of Jackson Hole rebuilding the town, and also see Ellie finally being cleared from the hospital for her injuries, but she also has to be cleared by the hospital for her mental health. Lou, what did you think about the conversation Ellie had with Gail?
With Gail, when she was talking about leaving?
Yeah, when she had to do that last mental health check.
I mean, she's crazy. Like, we know she's crazy, and it showed in that conversation. I didn't really take too much from it, though.
Well, I guess my main question is Gail good at her job? Shit, that's what I would ask all you.
Yeah, I think she's good at her job. I mean, she just gave her some grace. She knew she was full of shit. She knew she was lying. She knew all of that. But at the end of the day, again, I think she knows that she's grieving or whatever. She read straight through her. So yeah, I think she's good at her job because she can read people and she knows what it is. Now, she's great at her job with releasing someone that still is obviously mourning and things like that. No, but I think in this world, she's just giving her grace and just like letting her go.
I think that's a good question, Nick. Now that you say it, because why everybody lying? I thought therapists, and I don't know, I'm not familiar, but I thought you went and told your therapist the truth so you could get some truth about yourself. It seemed like everybody lying to her. Like, she called Joel out for lying. She lying to her. Like, so that is a good question. Is she good at her job? Because she don't make people feel comfortable enough to tell the truth.
She don't make nobody better.
I think she makes people think about things, though. Like, while Joel didn't necessarily like, because he had been going to her for a while, and he apparently felt like it worked or whatever. So, I don't think he opens up to a lot of people, but he opened up to her for however long they said he had been going there. So I think she's good. I mean, she seems like she's easy to talk to for the most part.
Well, I'm curious to, and maybe we'll get it. I don't know, but she could tell that Ellie was lying. Yeah, she let her ass out anyway. And now that may be a problem. But shit, what was it, 3 months later? And she ain't cleared that girl yet. So I don't know. Maybe she intentionally bad dick so she can keep getting alcohol and beer and shit. and weed. She need to be repeat business.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking she just an addict. That she just like, listen, I'll just give me some bud and some lick, and I'll listen to all your problems.
But I thought it was interesting when she said, Joe said, I can't remember exactly what he said, and she was like, save me from what? And then she said, he saved me a lot of times. I thought that was a very interesting conversation and possibly revealing in the sense that I don't know if Ellie knows what really happened. I think she may find out from Abby.
Oh, that was
Oh,
interesting.
She don't know Joe went beast mode like that.
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, I think Mike said I think that was Mike's theory. And I could see how that theory could be true, but yeah, it's not seeming that way based on that conversation. But it was kind of, they left it kind of open that it could go either way. Like, because again, she could be lying, right? So yeah, I'm with you, Ken. I did that was something that kind of stuck out or whatnot.
I took it as that was another lie she was saying, as far as like she knows exactly what Joe was talking about, but she didn't want to tell Gail about it.
Could be. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. We then see Ellie leave the hospital and head back to Joe's house, and she starts going through his things and begins to become emotional all over again with him being dead. This is just an overall question. I think, Rod, you already asked you this, but I asked Ken and Ludus. Is the actor Bella Ramsey, is she doing a good job in this role as Ellie? Like, is she selling you on this? And I bring that up because Rod, Nate brought up something that you put in the thread as far as like, damn, can she carry this show by herself now that you know Joel is dead? And that's what we're kind of like anticipating with you know, with him dying, and now she's got her own revenge mission. Do you think she's doing a good job as far as, especially in this episode, conveying that?
You asking anyone this? Yeah, I think she's doing a great job. I like don't get me Pedro Pascal, like this Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he kills it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, she has too though. Like she's done an amazing job. So it will be interesting to see if she can carry it, or they're bringing someone else on that's gonna, you know, be an integral part of the story. But right now, like I said, this episode, I like this episode. Like I feel like she did an amazing job, especially in this moment, man. Like when she was like especially when she was by the jacket, like, and crying. Like it was very subtle at first, but then you saw that it was actually tears in her eyes, and you know, I personally felt the emotion. So I think she's doing a really good job. You know, so I think she can probably carry it, honestly.
Yeah, I think she's a good actor. I think she's doing a good job too, as portraying the emotion and how she feels about Joe. A lot of good face acting as far as her not having to say stuff, but you really understand how she's feeling about a situation. Even when she was lying to the therapist, like you just said, like the way that she played that with her expressions was really good. So I think she'll be able to carry a series, but I'm not sure. Like there will, like as to what Rod said, it's gonna have to be another strong actor somewhere in here that we care about. And I'm wondering, is it the girl that she looking to go kill?
Oh, it ain't. Oh, Abby?
Yeah. I'm wondering, is it Abby?
No.
It ain't Abby for me.
She's a good actor though. That girl's a good actor.
We ain't gonna see enough of Abby.
Oh, okay.
I don't think, and I don't know. I will say that there was a moment when I was like, oh, dang, she's actually doing a good job, when she was screaming and yelling. When she walked out of the hospital and she was smiling, then her face changed and she's kind of frowning and stuff like that. You know, we'll talk about the speech. I thought the speech was good. But I don't know, y'all. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go.
Oh, ain't your boy supposed to be in here?
Who?
Jeffrey Wright.
Oh yeah, he is in it. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
So that's probably gonna be
the preview for the next one.
She's gonna need some help.
He's
Yeah,
in
he
the
probably
next one.
he's a beast.
Oh yeah.
So if Jeffrey Wright get enough screen time, it's gonna be him there.
I think this is a good chance for her to show she can carry a series.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But that's a lot of time with this actor as Ellie.
But she's doing a good job to me, man. I think she's doing a good job. And then like if we look back to some of the older episodes, I mean, it was episodes where she was pretty much her, especially that one where she was where she did have the other girl from Disney. What's her name?
Yeah, Ruth. I just know her as Ruth, or the sister from Zendaya from Euphoria.
Zendaya, yeah. Because that was pretty much just her and that, but she had Zendaya as a supporting actress. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. But again, it was just Ellie. You know, we didn't see much of Joel because one season when she spent the whole time trying to revive his ass.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, one episode where she tried to revive him the whole time.
I don't think she talked much, but yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, so I think she can, man. She's doing a good job.
Storm Reed, that's the girl name.
Yeah, Storm Reed. I think that
Storm Reed, not Zendaya. Yeah, Storm Reed. Yeah.
I think she's doing a good enough job. I just know that like maybe leaning on to Ken's point, and Ryder, like you, I saw the preview of next episode because I was like, this can't be the full episode. I got to see more of this. Jeffrey Wright is going to come up. He's coming up soon, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles all that. But while in the house, we see Dina comes over to visit Ellie to give her some welcome back cookies. Lou, I don't know what you thought when you heard that, but I know you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying it was actual cookies this time. You know what I mean? But
that's what they showed us. That's what they showed us.
You know, hey, Rod, you know how people grieve. You don't know. Hey, listen, grieving comes in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Right, but that was a peace offering for her because she had to tell her the truth about the Fireflies who killed Joe because she was holding that back. Ken, what did you think about that conversation?
I'm trying to figure out how the hell she found out all the information and when.
Well, she was with Abby when they picked her up, so she knew who Abby was and she can describe Abby. Now, I do get you when you talk about the rest of the Fireflies because they introduced themselves all at once and like.
Well, she knew everybody. Was she Batman?
And she got knocked out like 5 minutes.
Like you said, she wasn't asleep, Ken. She was playing sleep. They must have been talking while she was playing sleep up there.
I guess so. Yeah, because she knew everybody's damn name. I get the WLF, you know, the Wolves thing, okay, but she was like, "This is Manny, this is Brad over here. We got Chad." I'm like,
she sounded like DMX. This is Lakeisha. I'm like, man, your ass was in a coma when this motherfucker was getting tortured.
At least acting like it.
But did you feel any kind of way for her holding back that information?
I don't know why she withheld that information. It didn't make sense for her unless she was scared and didn't want to get her ass killed with a golf club. But yeah, it didn't make any sense. Outside of maybe not wanting her to go on this revenge tour and just leave the city. But I didn't really hear any reason why she did say anything about it.
What about you, Rod?
What's the question again?
What did you think about the conversation that Dina had with Ellie about the information she kept to herself as far as like who the firefighter was and like where they were going and all that? She basically knew everything that Ellie wanted to know, like probably the day that she became unconscious.
Yeah, I'm saying, what's your question about that?
Like, was that right for her to do? Do you agree with her choice to withhold that information for 3 months at that point? Or do you think that she could have told Ellie earlier?
I mean, possibly earlier. 3 months is a long time. But like there's a lot going on within that 3 months. Like you said, they rebuilding the city and they dealing with other deaths and mournful. You don't want her to act out. I mean, I think she's already going to therapy. So I think she was trying to protect her. I think she said that. She was trying to protect her, by not giving her that information. Because I think she wanted to, but wait, not because she didn't tell nobody. I think she was scared. I think she was ultimately trying to protect her. Like, don't want her to, act out irrationally immediately. So, yeah.
What about you, Lou?
We don't know how much contact they've had over the last 3 months either. Like, was she not like in the hospital?
She was there in the hospital with her. She went to go visit her. Yeah, she went to go visit her and everything.
Then I don't see the benefit of withholding it for 3 months. I don't get like why she would just not be telling her. It didn't make a lot of sense.
I think her thing was she was saying like, I didn't want you, like we were already burying a lot of people. It was a lot of like carnage going on. Like I didn't want you to like do any, she said rip the bandages off and like, go out there hobbled and shit trying to look for these motherfuckers.
Oh, so she was letting her recover before she gave her the information because she knew what she was gonna do once she told her. Okay, yeah, well that makes sense then.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily disagree with that choice at all. I do think that coming over to your crib with some cookies and trying to explain that, I think it's interesting. Like if it was two women versus two men, like what? Like if I got to bring you a bottle or something, Lou, and I'm telling you that somebody killed your mama, you be like, bruh, fuck this bottle, nigga, fuck you. Like
and I know everybody that did it.
Yeah, I know everybody did, and I kept this information 3 months. You probably
she even know where they live at, bro.
Yeah.
How did she get all this information?
Maybe she was doing research, but where would she be researching that though?
I feel like when you sleeping, don't you hear shit? Right? Am I tripping? Don't you hear shit when you sleep? You know what I mean? And
did she not pull out a map? Well, that was later on.
That was later on, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly how she knew all of that information, but she did see they did put emphasis on the fact that she saw the whole wolf symbol. And I think it jogged her memory for something. Maybe she came from somewhere in the past life or something, like, before this whole apocalypse thing happened.
She said she talked to Eugene, who we don't know how he died.
That's right.
And she said that he gave her information as far as like there's different fireflies, and this is the one that
that's right.
is out that way.
So she had the information. So when she saw the emblem, she was like, "Oh shit, I remember Eugene talking about this group of people or whatever." So it's convenient, but I mean, we're telling a story here.
Yeah.
But the cookies was a peace offering, though. That made sense.
She should have gave us Ken. There's some better cookies she could have gave. You want to talk about peace?
In the game.
What happened in the game? It get crazy.
Yes. Some cookies. Share some cookies, all right. It's hot and steamy.
Oh boy.
Fresh out the oven.
So they got together. They hooked up.
We can easily see they're gonna hook up eventually.
No, I'm saying in the game, in this moment, they hooked up, is what you're saying. Yeah.
No, not in this moment, but yeah, they got together.
Yeah.
Dina been trying to give us some pussy since the New Year's Eve, for real. But we then see the two ladies head over to tell Tommy the new information, and he convinces them to take this to the town council to vote on what to do next. Lou, did you agree with Tommy on how he handled this situation?
Nah, what we taking it to the council for? What I need to talk to them about? Like, bro, I'm going regardless. You can go tell them and y'all can catch up with me. It's how I feel like Bella would handle it. But no, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about this meeting, bro. Y'all discuss this amongst yourselves.
I feel like your response is going heavily on how you respect the council.
That's it. Like, y'all ain't talking about nothing up here, bro. Yeah, I ain't talking about a damn thing.
What you think about it, Ken?
Man, Tommy's scared, bro. Like if Tommy is scared. He came up with every single excuse to not go. He said we rebuilding. He said we down people. We don't have enough people. He's anything you can name it. He said it. He was out there coming up with all kind of excuses, bro. And he doesn't want to go out there. So that's why I'm looking at his reactions in the beginning, and I don't know what kind of grief he got, but if something happened to me, I need my brother to have some John Wick type
some more
grief.
fire about it.
I need that, bro. Don't sit up there, man, and just be all kumbaya and just like, oh man, it is what it is. We can't afford to lose anybody. Fuck that. You already lost somebody. You lost me. So go do something.
Right. What about you?
Oh, I told y'all he wasn't gonna leave. I said that last episode. I said Tommy's not gonna be the one that leaves. It's just gonna be old girl and Ellie. I mean, I saw that. I mean, because he has a whole family that he's worried about. And like you already alluded to in the beginning, Ken, or Spike, I can't remember who it was. That, I mean, shit. He barely wanted Joel to find his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, he died and he's sad, but I think he think everything else is just more important and just bigger. He's more concerned with the people who are still living. So he's just trying to think about it rationally. I'm with y'all though. You know, I want people to ride for me too. But like I get it to a certain extent. He still has things to live for. His child, his wife, all that. And you know, it's a very good chance he might end up dead going out there trying to avenge his brother.
Yeah, Tommy's an interesting character in this series. I'm not sure how he plays out in the game, but I kind of wish that this episode would have went more in the direction of like knowing about what Tommy's going through, because at this point we already know what Ellie is. You know what I'm saying? And also at this point, I could give a fuck about Dina if I'm just being blunt. Not to say she's doing bad, because I think she's a great actor and all that stuff, but I want to see. Well, we haven't spent that much time with Tommy to see exactly like the man he's become since, I guess, what that first season, the first couple episodes when he was with Joel.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much history between them that he knows where the bodies is buried, Ken. You know what I'm saying? So he's seen that side of Joel that's like, nigga, I don't really fuck with you no more. So I wanted to see how that played out in his episode and in his household. But I kind of get why he said take it to the town, like you said, Ken, because it's like it pushes off responsibility and accountability from him.
We're gonna say no.
Yeah, he knew exactly what was gonna happen, and then he tried to act like he tried to clap back at Ellie, talking about, so that was my brother, nigga. Don't talk to me like I ain't upset.
Who you talking to? Yeah, but you don't act like it right now. You talking about niggas die every day, B. No, I don't need that. We got to go right out. Like, what the hell are we talking about?
Exactly. So I thought it was interesting. He put it on the council, and then he tried to get buck with Dina talking about, so yeah, the next time you hold information like that, your ass clean the stables for a month. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm about to bounce up out of here.
Even if he would have gave it with her, he wasn't gonna do shit with it.
Yeah, y'all sit on the information. That's why I said I don't even tell them. Y'all sit on the information anyway. Like, oh yeah, they out there.
What the fuck you gonna do with it, Tommy? Nothing.
That's true.
Before we see how the town reacts to this new information, we quickly go elsewhere and see a group of people who all have scars around their mouths in a weird design walk through the woods, trying to, I guess, from what the conversation was going talking about, escape war, or escape being attacked. And doing so, kid, they stumbled onto some shit. Why? Hey, Rod. And that little girl was talking about, I want a hammer too. It was like, nigga, apparently y'all should have had the real hammer, a Thule or something.
Yeah,
because y'all ain't do shit.
Motherfuckers had bow and arrows. Them shit was useless.
She brought a hammer to a gunfight. Shit didn't work out at all.
And bow and arrows, like that's what they had. Bow and arrows too.
What did you think about this scene?
Oh, who? Me?
No, you right? Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was crazy because they built it up like they was about to be an integral part of the story. They fucking
exactly.
They gave them a real moment. I was like, oh, okay, we got some new players on the board. Them motherfuckers all quick. They got.
I think that was just some of them though. I think it's gonna be some more of them pop up.
I don't know.
Like that's just a small little group.
I think
you think that was all of them? Nah.
I think they slaughtered.
They couldn't have wiped them out like that, bro.
No, they slaughtered the whole colony, man. They slaughtered the whole colony, dog. Because those seem like the ones. Those seem like the leaders. Like the one that was in the front. He seemed like the leader of the pack. They took him out.
I agree with you, Rob, because it seemed, I thought they were like, oh, this is a new, potentially like crazy kind of cult that, Bella and Dina was, or Ellie and Dina was gonna run into.
Right.
And then when you hear the whistle shit, and they were like, oh shit, let's hide. You know what I'm saying? And the daughter talking about like, who's running after us? Then it said the wolves. And I'm like, that's interesting. I want to see how that play out. They got played out. Yeah.
Man, I'm like you guys. I was surprised all of them were dead, but I had a feeling that it was going to happen because they didn't do a good job of hiding. Like they just jump behind a damn leaf. Like what we can see you. All right. Like what are y'all doing? Have they never played hide and seek before? Like what the hell? Of course we're gonna find y'all. And then y'all whistling.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
y'all
what?
that whistling shit, y'all giving yourself away. Like, ain't no fucking bears or deers whistling like that.
Exactly. What kind of animal whistle?
You need to make a bird sound or some type of animal sound. Like a whistle is stupid.
You better be like Cole off Martin or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to do something more coded. You need to do something more coded, like than a whistle. Like they whistling Dixie.
Yeah, it was some
Like, yeah.
it's like that warden, like the prison guards when they whistle for backup or some other shit, like lookout shit. Yeah.
That's stupid. It was dumb when they were doing it. I was like, sure, that's cool. And he was just trying to give her game too. So that means, what does that say? It don't even matter.
He said, "I'll teach you how to whistle." You ain't teach her.
Ain't no need. Ain't no need, bro.
Should have taught her how to survive.
It was a horrible idea to begin with.
That motherfucker was whistling hard too, bro.
They were.
He was whistling.
They did
way in the
close-ups on
back.
that shit. They did close-up shots. Like, they put emphasis on it.
So do y'all think that the wolves they were talking about was the Fireflies that we saw that Abby and her group are associated with?
Yeah. I can't imagine. I can't imagine them being anybody else.
Wait, the ones that killed the people on the road?
Yeah, like the group that the Fireflies that Abby represents, the symbol and all that. Like,
I don't know if it was them.
Because they also, like y'all said, like they also call wolves as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought. I don't know. I don't know if it was them that killed them. They didn't. I mean, that's very straightforward. If it was, I was very much like you guys in thinking that it was going to be like a whole new villain, very much kind of like Walking Dead used to do that shit. So I was like, okay, we think we're going to meet the wolves, but on our way there, we're going to meet this other threat. And it was going to be whoever, slaughtered them. But, it probably could be the Fireflies, which would be interesting because the Fireflies are supposed to be good guys fighting against the government and, the politicians and all this shit. And if that's the case, if it was the Fireflies, Abby ain't worth shit, and all them motherfuckers ain't worth shit. They just as bad as goddamn Joe.
Like I said last episode.
But we'll get our answer soon.
Killing kids.
I don't think she
kids,
did it,
bro.
I think it was the military group, the little military group that we saw them ride by at the end of the episode.
Those the wolves.
That's the same.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
That's the same.
Oh, but I don't think Abby and them did it. They ain't got enough gangsters.
But they part of the same group, though.
Oh, so y'all saying them collectively did it, but not Abby's
Yeah,
specific little group
wolves.
she was running with.
All are...
Got it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's where they're leading to because, again, Ken, they try to get us on Abby's side these last couple episodes, but I feel like we gonna see that villain become the heel of the season. We didn't go back to Jackson right after seeing that Jackson hole and see Ellie is training with Jesse, and we find out that Jesse, he got a promotion, right? He's now officially part of the council. But they have an interesting conversation as Ellie's like, "Look, I'm about to take this new information and a proposal to the council to get voted on. You got my back." Rod, he ain't say yes or no. He just told her what to do best.
That's it. Fucking lame.
They all are, bro. They ain't worth a damn in that damn city. Shit.
I know. It's so crazy, man. Like,
so you don't think he supported her?
He probably was one of the three because it was three. So I'm assuming it was the wife, Tommy, and him.
I don't know, Rod. He had his head down, bro.
Because he can't even look at it. He knew what the rest of the council. It's like the three Democrats on the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying?
They know how it's going.
It was a lot of no's on that back end. On that back end, it was the last five was no's.
They was going tit for tat. Yeah, they got to vote 8, 9, and 10, bro. Lou, it was a wrap. So, do you think Jesse was? Do you think Jesse gave her good advice, sound advice, and also do you think he's actually a good supporter of
Ellie? The advice was okay. I think he's supporting from afar. He don't want to get too involved, keep his hands clean, but still, I mean, if you're gonna do it, here's what I would do. type of mood is what he gave for me.
My question is, did he really think that was going to work? Or was he
No.
just saying shit?
I think
just
it was. I think it was the best opportunity to present herself, because I think everybody was expecting her to be emotional, to be angry, to be like not really realistic in what she's asking the town people.
Mm-hmm.
So to present yourself like a lawyer would, like a case, I think he was just trying to say, like, look, I think he voted for her too. Like Rod said, the numbers only make sense for those three people to have those votes go that way. But I also think he knew it was a losing cause though. And he was like, listen, at least if you're gonna lose on like logic instead of emotion. So jumping into that, we then see the highly anticipated town hall council meeting and get the thoughts of the residents and how they feel about sending more people out to find Joe's killer. And that lady got up there early. She was a Leroy in the room. She was like, listen, I fuck with Joe like everybody else. but nigga, we still building. and on top of that, nigga, some motherfucker can come over here right now and take our shit.
Just like an entitled white woman. Just like
climbed on top of the chair, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. She was just like, no, look, I care about me and mine.
Rod, she wasn't even in line to speak.
No, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Just like an entitled
Excuse me.
Stood on the chair, like you said, stood on the chair. Ain't nobody talking to you, Karen.
No.
No one.
Like, you're asking us to send 16 people out there?
That was a lot of people. That was a lot of people, though.
It was. It was.
Because Lou, I'm thinking about it like, she does have a point. Like, it is only 3 months afterwards. This is a story tied solely to three motherfuckers that we know. It's not like Joel was like the mayor of the town or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was just somebody that helped out a lot. So I get her reason. Like, look, you about to send 16 people out. They may not. You can't guarantee them coming back. And on top of that, like, they probably, if there are 16 best, then if we lose half of them or even not all of them, we shit out of luck. So she's thinking worst case scenario.
They can't let that shit ride, man. That shit like Menace to Society, bro. Like, you can't let that shit ride, bro.
That's your cousin, fool.
Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just gonna sit there like some sitting ducks. Like, y'all some ducks. Like you can't just let that ride. They just killed one of y'all strongest guys. And y'all just gonna sit back and be like, oh, all right. Nah, you can't do that.
So Rod,
he gone. He ain't never coming back.
What'd you say, Ken?
No, I was just saying he's gone. He ain't never coming back. So why are we worried about that shit?
Because it's disrespect to the community. It's like it make them look like punks. Yeah.
I know. That's what she's saying. She was like, "Nah, fuck that. Fuck Joe."
That's funny.
So I was gonna say, Rod, so you weren't surprised, or were you surprised that out of everybody, Seth stood up and was on some real nigga shit as far as like Ellie's cause and saying like, listen, they could come back. You know what I'm saying? He said, fuck all that forgiveness shit, fuck all that. He said, what he say, kid? He was like, hey, you want somebody to come bust down your door and shoot at you, and then you just go chase the lights.
Talking a lot of shit.
He was talking cash shit.
Knowing good and damn well he ain't going.
He wasn't going. He had to have the cane to stand up. I think he shot himself, kid.
He was trying to hype everybody up, bro. He was like,
because he ain't got to go nowhere.
Right. Yeah. Nah, I was with him though. Like I'm usually on my piece, my brother this, piece, my brother that, but nah, because I kind of felt the one guy, but I was just like, nah, you got to see about that group for real, man. What they did to them. But nah. I was with him. I wasn't expecting it. No, I wasn't expecting him to be the one that stood up and give that speech or whatever. It was good though. He delivered it really well.
And Seth old school too. So he an old school white man. So he ain't gonna stand for that shit, bro, at all. He sound like he from the South too.
Yeah, you could tell. Obviously, you could tell he's probably former MAGA. He was like, y'all acting like some victims, boy. Soft ass liberals. That's what he wanted to call
it. It was MAGA centric.
MAGA
It
passionate.
absolutely was MAGA centric.
Lou, what did you speaking of speeches? What did you think of Ellie's speech? Was it good? Was it convincing?
Yeah, I thought it was convincing, but they had already made their mind up. Like she was just talking into the air at this point, like howling at the moon. Like she's doing a good job at the cases she's making, and like we've just talked about it here for a couple of minutes, but nobody's like they not about that life, bro. They not finna get out on the road and hunt them down like that.
Look,
But her speech was good.
that speech was full of shit, bro.
Why you say that?
Did you hear it?
I heard it. I thought it was good for a little
She's talking
girl.
about justice. Somebody came in and killed one of ours.
Kill one of ours.
And we got to go get revenge on them.
Ride out.
Isn't that why Joel is dead?
Why?
Because that's what he did. And that's what Abby did. It's a hell of a speech to get up there and say that shit. But that is exactly why Joel ass had a damn golf poked through his neck.
She had to
The
convince
exact
herself
reason,
too.
bro.
She was still trying to convince herself too, Ken. Like she was going. So
or maybe she doesn't know that's what happened, and that's maybe she probably don't know that's why Joel died. That the reason why Abby came was exactly every single thing she said in that speech. Somebody killed one of ours, and we need to go get justice. We're doing this for justice because somebody killed one of our people. We need to go get revenge, and we can't stand for it. And that's how you end up in never ending wars.
It was a good speech, though.
Yeah, we were talking about the speech. You're right, Ken, but it was a good speech.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but it was a good speech.
It was a
mid though.
Yeah, it was a mid speech. It was a mid speech. It wasn't no battle at the Gettysburg or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Well, she 18 years old.
She's 19. Abraham Lincoln. She didn't even believe the speech, Lou.
She was convincing herself through the speech.
Jesse gave
she
us
had to power herself up.
I like
Jesse should have told her to speak from the heart, bro.
I like the angle of justice though. Like I did because you're trying to make it just about you're not because it doesn't seem because what he was saying like you can't come in there like angry and just make it seem like oh you just want revenge. Like it's about like because she was just like if it was any one of y'all I would do the same thing. This isn't about me. This isn't about Joel. It's about you guys. You know what I'm saying? So she made it about the people. So I thought it was a good speech to like pull everyone in. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just a thing like just about her. So I thought she executed it really well, actually.
I don't think
y'all don't agree for real. Like for her to change the narrative from because we all know why we here. We all know Joel died. That's your daddy, and that's why you want to go out here with these other 15 people. We know that. So she changed the narrative to be like, well, look, it ain't about him. It ain't about me. It's about everyone here. Like I would do the same for anybody in this room.
Self had the right approach. Self got up there and he spoke exactly how he feel. Ellie got up there and tried to give this whole speech about why they should do it after she also went to the council in week 1 in episode 1 and lied to their face about what happened when she went on that other mission. And they all knew she lied. And Maria said, yeah, she lying, but, you know, there's still some good information. So even the council knew that she was full of shit.
What I liked about this moment is Seth said what she would have said if she didn't write.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it. So we was still able to get what she probably would have said through Seth. But then we got, you know, the politically correct one that she had to write.
She needed to move.
Well, I was gonna say that the speech wasn't good enough because we see how the council voted. You know what I'm saying? Like she might as well should have went Seth route based on the vote. Thinking the vote was I don't know if she gained one more supporter or not, but they obviously voted against her, and now you know Ellie has her opportunity to go on her own and do her own thing since she doesn't have the backing of the rest of the town. But before
were y'all shocked that they voted against her?
No. Once that white lady said it, I think she was speaking for a lot of people. It's kind of like, how much death do you want to kind of take back to back? And it's like we are.
And then didn't one of them say that the building wasn't even shit, the fortress wasn't shit?
Yeah, that's what she said. She said like we ain't rebuilt the damn wall that was torn down. Like, yeah.
Well, we're sending soldiers out. We're not sending builders out.
I know. I think what she was saying is that this little fortress and shit that y'all thought could handle all this shit didn't handle shit. And now we know that we need y'all here because we know this shit don't work. The Raiders still got, well, they weren't technically Raiders. If the Raiders come back, we know y'all, they're gonna get in. And we need our soldiers here.
We then see quickly after the town meeting, we see Gail at one of the town's Little League baseball games, and Tommy comes by to talk to her about some things with Ellie. Rob, what did you take away from their conversation, specifically when Gail was talking about like Joel and Ellie and that nature versus nurture side of things? As far as I think she mentioned, I think Tommy was more scared about the influence Joel had on her, and I think Gail was like, that motherfucker been crazy since day one.
Yeah, I think that was an interesting perspective, especially when she said they were moving along a side by side path, not her following him. And I was like, oh, she right. Because when he thought that she had never killed anyone, she's like, oh no, I didn't kill somebody before. You know what I'm saying? So he thinking that she's just the innocent little girl, ain't been through shit, but she actually had been through some shit. So, I think like throughout that whole first season, they kind of needed each other or whatever. So yeah, I like that perspective because she's a good therapist that she was able to identify that.
Maybe she's a little bit better than we thought.
Yeah.
Bro, she getting drunk at a Little League game, bro. She ain't no better than these them old white dads that be gambling on their kids and shit.
Nah, she good. Then she said free. She did it pro bono right there. She was just like, look, free of charge. Here you go. I'm gonna give you a little bit of game real quick. Some people just can't be saved.
Don't say
Lou, you could have told me that. He'll say, don't save her. She'll want to be saved. Ain't that cold line?
That's Project Pat.
That is Project.
That was Project Pat too.
Yeah, it's Project Pat.
He said cold. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the no role models from J. Cole.
That's funny.
What did you take away from that scene, Lou?
Yeah, she decent at best at her job. Drinking out there in the middle of the day showed me she's fucked up too, like you were saying, Nick. But I mean, it was solid information. That's true. Most of even when you watch them on TV, they go to therapists. So yeah, she gave him good information. I wasn't mad at the scene.
I thought it was interesting. Some insight into Ellie, and pointing out that, like Ron said, like, nah, Ellie is crazy. Like that she has issues. That's not Joel. Joel didn't do that. He ain't spending that much damn time with her. So whatever's in her is in her. Yeah.
So after that, and after the rejected proposal, we then see Ellie get ready to head out to Seattle by herself, but Dina ends up joining her cause. Ken, what did you think about Dina? What Dina brings to the table as far as this mission, particularly that scene where she was talking to Ellie, saying like, "Look, nigga, what is your plan? Did you think about this? Did you think about that? Did you think about this? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think she brings to the table now as her new road dog for this mission for Joel?"
She came in with some really, really, really solid advice, and maybe that's why it took her 3 months to tell her what the hell was going on with the Wolves, because she was putting together an action plan, because she knew once she told Ellie what was going on, Ellie was going to be about that business. And Ellie would have walked out of there with that damn sit shooter and been in a hell world of trouble. So she came in with a whole action plan ready to go. So it was good. It was good.
Shit, Ellie was war ready though. She like commando out that bitch. She had blickies all over the floor. Like she was ready. I know she had the 6-shooter in her back. That's what she wanted to kill.
Oh yeah, I forgot she had all that stuff on the floor.
I thought that shit was funny. Yeah.
I thought it was funny too, right? Because it reminded me of "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." When
Right.
that dude had all the guns and shit, but then he slipped on that bullet. That's why.
Yeah, Ellie didn't think about like medical supplies and stuff like that.
How to survive, actually,
and running out there with the fucking Converse on.
Right. She was just seeing blood. That's all. She was just seeing blood.
Exactly. But before they head out of town, we see Dina had a connect that they had to link up with Lou. to give them some supplies to help them out on this mission. And it's actually coming from Seth. Did you do you find it interesting how Seth has like turned since when we first saw him at the New Year's Eve party to now, like to be on Ellie's side or like trying to help her out so much after basically dissing the fuck out of her?
Yeah. Not really, because I feel like I don't even know why he would be trying to get in her good graces, because he said he's going to be the leader of the board or something, right? When she went to go talk to him? Oh, that's the other dude.
I think that's Jesse.
That's Jesse. Yeah.
Oh, who the dude are you talking about?
I'm talking about Seth, the one who called her.
The bigot.
The bigot, the white man.
Oh, they let her outside and let her out the gate.
He gave her the new gun and shit.
Yeah, he anti-establishment. He feel like he can get her leaning that way, then he gonna be supporting her. Like he can look over the lesbian stuff and see that she's looking for all anarchy, and he probably support that system. Like you said, he probably MAGA, and he wish he could go do what Ellie was doing. So no, I'm not surprised at the switch at all. Like it was just he was just turned off at first that she liked girls.
I think Seth faking. I don't think she's
trying to get a kid.
I think he just didn't want to go, bro. I think he came out there. He was limping extra hard, bro, on that cane.
Hey,
talking about he had friendly fire.
Hey Ken, I don't know if this is true or right. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We taking two of them off the board right now. I pretend like I'm with them. Get them out of here. Get them out of here, boy.
It's a family event. And he washed the shit out of that hand when he got home, bro. I know he put all kind of damn
holy water,
man, everything, bro.
That's fine.
Knowing he didn't want to shake her hand.
He left it out there for a minute though.
He did.
Yeah, what Ellie said, garage, she was like, he was like, yeah, I will come out there with y'all, but I got fucked up in the battle. She was like, nigga, I ain't trying to get my
arthritis and shit, man.
You know my arthritis.
Arthritis acting up. I'll go with y'all if it was for this arthritis.
The way my glaucoma set up.
Yeah. He said, I caught some friendly fire. She's like, nigga, was it friendly for real, nigga? Fuck out of here, goofy ass.
I thought it was genuine though. It made it feel like a genuine moment. They made it seem like a 180 moment. Because I know he was questioning whether his apology was sincere last episode, but I felt like they tried to bring it home with this moment.
I think they're united under a cause,
right?
And that's about it. It's just like all the white people that were cool with black people once they realized they were voting for Trump, and that's what this is. It's like, oh, you one of us, you on our side. All right, I'll tolerate you. Because you're on the team, funny. But as soon as you get off the team, they're gonna be every damn name he can think of.
Yeah.
Well, on their journey to Seattle, we see Ellie say her final goodbye to Joel at his gravesite, and then we do a long montage of Ellie and Dina's road trip together. Rod, what did you think about their chemistry as the new leads of the show within this? Them just, that long ass, horse ride, they doing the little road trip games and shit.
I mean, it wasn't much. They didn't lean into that very much yet. And I don't even know if they will, but yeah, it's not a Joel and Ellie type of vibe or nothing like that. And it's really, like you said, it was really much more so just montages of like the travel to, what they going, San Francisco or something like that? Seattle. That's really all it was. So we didn't see much interaction. But what I thought was interesting is that Dina was doing what Ellie did to Joel, which was like talking a lot.
Roles reversed.
He was like, the roles were reversed. So she was like, well, you just shut up. Like, we can be silent, So I thought that was interesting.
She gonna get Dina killed. That's the difference between Joel and her, though. Like, Dina definitely gonna get killed out there.
You think so?
I think so.
That
was the first thing I thought when Yeah, she couldn't even I guess what time when she came to the little group and threw up. Like, bro, you've been living in a zombie apocalypse for your whole life.
She said it was a smell, Spike. It was a smell.
I know them people stink. Ain't no running water. Like that smell ain't new, bro. Like that shit. Like I know it was funky in Jackson too. Like it stinks everywhere. Yeah. I can't believe it was a smell.
Yeah.
I think that first of all, this shit was dry as hell. It was dull as shit and concerning. So, because this is where I don't know. I don't know if Bella Ramsey can do this. Like, like if she can be Joe in this situation. And we'll find out, man. But I don't know. I was like, I don't know about this.
That's a good
Well, I don't
point.
think they got it.
Ken.
I don't think they
I
gave her
think
an opportunity yet. I'm sorry, my bad, Spike.
no, you good. I was just saying
Yeah.
I think that Ken pointed that out. Now that I'm thinking about it, Pedro Pascal was a lot more captivating in these like back and forths and like just his acting chops. So yeah, I hadn't think about that.
That's what I was thinking. Like when I was watching that scene, I was like, it's kind of stale, bro. Where the zombies at? You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't give a fuck about these they little ABCs of white bands. You know what I mean? So
damn, that is a good point.
I don't think they gave her enough opportunity to cook in these moments. I think in the next one, she'll have more opportunity to kind of showcase. I mean, because we've seen her in the Game of Thrones, she was able to deliver in that stuff. So I think what's up?
I was gonna say we've seen her with an ensemble, bro. Like the next episode, we're gonna see her with a bunch of other people, so she ain't really got to carry shit. This is the one scene. This is the one episode where it's like, all right, this is Ellie's show. You know what I'm saying? This is Dina as the
Batman
coach.
now.
Yeah, this is Dina as the coach playing Robin.
Well, I think they were just mostly trying to get us to where we were going, which I'm glad they did. I'm glad they didn't draw this out like how Walking Dead does. We be in the woods for fucking 5 days. Like they got straight to Seattle. Like I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't not want to see this journey through the woods. I'm glad they just did a montage, and the next thing they know, they in Seattle. I was so happy that they did that.
Facts.
I agree.
Yeah. We also see them have that little nighttime tent conversation, Ken. What did you think about what Dina was trying to tell Ellie?
I was thinking it's much different in the game. That much is for certain. And it happened at a different location, but it was cool seeing them do that in here. And I guess Dina trying to push back on her. I thought it was funny. She was like, "Nah, yeah, I already went back to Jesse." Like, so that was New Year's. I went back. So
Well, she said she wasn't that drunk, and I was thinking about that line. And I was thinking like, why is she telling her this? Like, Lou, I was thinking like she just keep on bringing up that night, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking like maybe she's looking, some people be looking for love and they find lust. I was also thinking like when she was bringing up Jesse, and she was like, I think he's just a sad motherfucker. And she was like, but I hope that's what he is. And Ellie was like, why? I think like, because otherwise it's me. I was like, that's selfish ass motherfucker. Like, you rather a nigga be fucked up on the inside and realize you just a boring ass chick.
That's
you don't bring shit to the table. You know what I mean? So
Ellie said right now, what's she gonna do? Blame it on Joel just so it won't be her? I don't know, but yeah, that was weird to bring him into the conversation to try to maybe develop her character a little bit more. But we really don't give a fuck about Jesse. We really don't give a fuck about Dana or their relationship.
Yeah.
Only in the way that it connects to Ellie and how it relates to Ellie. But outside of that, like, they D&E characters right now.
Yeah, that's true. What about you, Rob? What did you take away from their conversation in the tent?
This was kind of a weak moment for me. This probably was the weakest moment for me in the whole episode. And I guess this to y'all point of like, can this be captivating, this whole duo or whatever? But yeah, that's why I said I don't feel like they gave enough time to cook here in this particular part. But yeah, I didn't really think much of it or whatever. It was just the opportunity to just try to create some sort of love connection here, possible love connection, and that's about it. I ain't really take too much from this part.
What I will say, Rod, is there is a lot of pressure
Mhm.
on Bella moving forward without Pedro. People know Pedro. They like Pedro. He's like the new guy in Hollywood, and he's gone. And if this story isn't compelling and she isn't good enough,
Mhm.
that
Saying,
shit might
you
they
saying
may
season
dip
3?
out, bro.
Season 3 may be a wrap.
They
this
dip
may be
out.
the last. This may be the last of them.
The last
It
of
might
them.
be the last. So it's all them. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on her to deliver from here, bro. It's
I've
her
been
show
seeing
now.
that because people still upset about the casting. Like they don't look like the characters from the game. And I'm like, bro, who gives a fuck about that shit? Like that don't
we don't
matter.
care about that.
But yeah, the acting is what people are focusing on a lot. But moving on, the next day we
Yeah, I'm
see.
sure people.
Oh,
No,
go
I'm
ahead, bro.
saying, I'm sure people mad about Joel, man. Like that, it does feel like a Walking Dead moment when Glenn died or whatever. So yeah, I can definitely see people like, what the fuck just happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did y'all do that? But it's the game, apparently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, you know. So
The next day we see Ellie and Dina pull up on that group that we saw earlier, as we talked about, but they were dead and been shot, and they come to assume that it's the Fireflies / wolves that they were trying to find in Seattle. And then they ended up pulling up to Seattle. We see what Seattle looks like in this apocalyptic type of environment. But then we quickly jump to see what I feel like is the reversal of what the Fireflies saw when they approached Jackson Hole, and seeing like this is a whole big ass town with its own military kind of style of people with their own, armory and everything. And this is kind of how we end the episode. Lou, what did you think about this ending of the episode? And does it change your mind about the mission that Ellie and Dina are taking on as Thelma and Louise, basically?
So I want to make sure I'm right. Y'all are saying that these people are the same people as the Fireflies.
Yes.
Okay. And they think they finna go in there and kill all of them.
Yes. At least Abby, but they willing to kill anybody else who gets in their way type shit.
but here's
Nah,
the thing though about I'm sorry. What I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
just to I don't know if I'm correcting you or anything, but they didn't see that it was a full city of people. They saw that it wasn't.
I'm saying like
dead.
as the audience, we see that. You know what I'm saying? So we see what they
Right.
about to come up against. Which to me, I guess to correct myself, the Fireflies saw that going into Jackson Hole. They're not seeing it, but we see it.
Right.
And does that make you rethink about how this is going to end for them?
And that's what you asked Spike.
Yeah, I think this is interesting to see where they're going to go next, because there's no way that Bella and the girl are going to be able to handle what they have as far as artillery. So I'm wondering who they're going to meet or what else is going to play into it as far as her fighting against them.
I think
go ahead.
I think Spike, if the Fireflies or Wolf, if they rebranded themselves, killed the group of people we saw, because it's odd for them to be in here and out. If that's just a small group of them and there are more of them, which thinking about it kind of makes sense that they would be. They were going back to something. They would have to partner up with them, because now they have, like, again, they're united in cause. Wolves, let's refer to them wolves in the show. The wolves killed Joel, and if the wolves kill them and they come across that group, then they can just join forces and mount up against them. That's the only way this shit could make sense. You're right. There's no way they're going to take them out. It's not going to happen.
That's interesting.
They can get taken out the same way that the Jackson Hole got kind of taken out. They can, wake up some other infected or something like that. That's what can happen in that, and that throughout the chaos, that'll dwindle their numbers, and then she can, get access to Abby and crew. She gonna kill Abby.
Yeah, she gonna find a way to kill Abby. I just think that, like, my main thing is not more so about how she's gonna kill Abby, it's how she's gonna get out after doing it, and is Dina gonna be alive for that process?
Yeah, I don't know if Dina survives, but if
Oh,
they
Dina
kill
out of
Ellie
there.
too, if
Dina
they kill
gone.
Ellie too, that'd be crazy.
I mean, it would make sense. Wow.
For
Not
them
to say
kill
that.
Ellie.
Well, I'm saying like once you take Joel off the table, it's like, all right, I'm not getting attached to any of these characters. I'm just trying to see the story of like how people survive in this world. It's kind of like Game of Thrones a little bit, you know, like you don't know who's going to be taken off the board. Now, of course, Ellie is like the de facto lead now. So if you took her off, I don't want to see the adventures of Dina and Jesse, but I do feel like there's going to be a lot more lost than, you know, what we've seen already, which is already huge.
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna be Ellie, but I don't know. They could be going the Game of Thrones route. That'd be crazy. I think they'll lose some people though. I think they'll really lose their fan base.
Yeah.
If Ellie was to die like after Joel.
Yeah, no, Ellie's not dying. Yeah.
I was gonna
She
say,
is the main character.
Ken, it's called The Last of Us. It ain't called Ellie.
Nobody trying to follow Dina boring ass, bro.
Dina bad though. I ain't gonna hold you, Lou. She is cute.
And they trying to cap. And then y'all said that the Abby character is a big name and all that. Like they might try to move the story along with her.
And switch it over to her. Okay, that now, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could.
She's a really good actor.
See,
she ain't that good, Lou. I ain't gonna hold you. Like she
better than Ellie. She better than the other girl.
Like right now,
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't think right now. I ain't seen the chops, but
I haven't seen good acting yet.
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm
Y'all
saying.
go
right
watch
now,
her in
I'm not, but I'm listening.
Oh, you said on this show.
On this show. I don't think she's.
You said on this show. Got it.
Yeah. On this show, I don't see it yet. You know, I've yet to see it.
Oh, okay.
Even in the moment where she was beating Joel ass, I think I said in the last episode, I just never really believed her. Like, I don't know. I don't know what she plays in other stuff, but I didn't believe her as Abby the Killer.
She was in Dope Sick. That's what it was. With Michael Keaton.
All right. Well, that's the end of this episode. I got any other thoughts? As we go on to episode 4, we're gonna be more than halfway through the season at that point. Next week.
If it's 7 or 9 episodes?
Yeah, I think 7 episodes this season.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're kind of on the halfway mark.
Yeah, I thought this was a good bridge episode. I know y'all was kind of lukewarm on it, but I like it though. I thought it was a good bridge episode to what's to come.
Yeah, no, I think it served its job. You know, I think speaking of jobs, Manning's not good at his because he just sitting around in the chair and let Ellie and them just walk through and didn't even see anybody.
It was at a far distance, kid. He couldn't see. The binoculars ain't that good where he could see all the way outside.
He didn't even want to get up, man.
That's what I was gonna say. He didn't want to work. Like
no, he didn't.
He was like, "Yeah, it's all clear. Go ahead."
Hey, Ken, he ain't living up to the wrong stereotype, boy.
Right. But see, that's who's gonna let the damn infected in. Somebody like him that's lazy at their job. That's what's gonna happen. Like, cause they've already set it up that way that the patrol ain't they lazy.
Yeah, we definitely know who won't be patrolling if we ever get in that situation around us.
You stupid as hell. Lou, based off what I seen for the preview of next episode, it's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be jumping.
It gotta be.
Yeah, it's jumping.
Yeah, because
that's why I said this is a bridge.
Left, right?
Yeah.
What is the last episode? Damn, I want to see if I'm gonna be on it.
I think it should be probably towards the end of May.
Oh, the end of May. Okay, I should be back.
So. Yeah, I don't think this is going into June, but I could be wrong.
How many episodes y'all said?
It's 7.
And this is the third.
This is 3rd going into the 4th episode.
Okay, yeah, I'll be good. Yeah, so it seems like it will go into June actually.
No, it ends May 25th.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. I'll be back by then. So,
all right. Well, those are our thoughts on this 3rd episode of the 2nd season of The Last of Us. Please Please let us know what you guys think. FPS Podcast is the Reddit thread. That's also our handle for IG and Twitter. And we'll catch you next week. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.